Hi there, welcome to this episode of 10 Minute Moans, and the subject will be the police now aware of the SNP Covid sex affair scandal that is just now. Before we go on to that, just to remind you, if you're enjoying the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell notification icon, and that'll let you be told when we put videos out. And if there's any particular video you like, please hit the thumbs up. Makes massive difference to the reach of the channel, so please do that if you don't mind, if you're enjoying the pods, and put your comments in the bit below. I love having a wee bit of chat and creating a wee bit of community discussion about the podcast. So anyway, back to the SNP. As we probably are all aware, last week there was some serious allegations made about two politicians within the SNP who were alleged to have had a sexual relationship out with their marital relationships. And the thing that upset some people, and some people weren't that bothered about people having relationships. That's down to each individual. But the thing that got everyone's attention was these relationships happened during COVID, two lockdowns, 2020 and 2021. So we're all aware of that. What I didn't realise, and it takes a wee bit of common sense and logic to piece it together, but the police are now totally aware of this situation. And let me explain why. Reports over the last 24 hours have confirmed that the husband, the estranged husband of one of the parties, had went to the police because he was getting threatening abuse and threats made to him about what may or may not happen to him if he was to go public with the names. He was so concerned for his own safety that he went to the police. Now, you go to the police with a complaint, they want to know as much as possible. So it is beyond the realms of possibility that the police are not being informed excuse me, about who these people are in the alleged affair, when it happened, and the fact that they would have broken COVID regulations. So now, there's not only one police matter that the police need to deal with, and that is this man being threatened or not, which you imagine they would investigate. And through those investigations, they would therefore find out quite easily about the details of the affair that did or didn't happen, and the timing of it. So it's now a police matter. But is breaking COVID regulations a criminal thing or a civil thing? I'm not 100% sure. I know there were rules, not laws. So, but it is amazing to think that they're now aware of it. And it's another investigation, unfortunately, that involves SNP party. Incredible, isn't it? But I think Humza must be back from this COP conference soon. And I really can't wait to somebody. There's got to be an MSP out there brave enough to take this on First Minister's questions when he returns. And if anybody knows any MSP ministers, send them a video and ask them to do this. Because the SNP have denied that this happened, but the police are investigating a situation where a man has been threatened because he put out the information, which contradicts each other, doesn't it? But now we're in a position that the SNP are quite happy to discuss it because they put out a statement a couple of days ago about this whole affair. Perfectly legitimate to ask the First Minister about it. Not asking if the First Minister was involved in it, but what his views are on this allegation of two politicians from the SNP breaking COVID regulations. Now, if he were to deny this, as a First Minister of Scotland in First Minister's questions, quite a difficult position for him. Could potentially be a checkmate for him. Because there's been allegations about who it is that had this affair. Be a very, very awkward position for him. And if he was to deny it, and it was subsequently to come out that it was true, these allegations were indeed true, these allegations that a man's getting threatened for putting out, I don't know why anybody would be threatened for putting out allegations that were not true. But when you consider that one. So it would be very, very interesting to see where the First Minister went if he was asked in Scottish Parliament. Direct question. Politicians are quite good at asking questions. I'm quite sure if any of them are watching this, they could think up a number of ways of putting in a neatly placed question at First Minister's questions. That if he decided to blow the doors off the whole thing and come clean about these affairs during COVID, which may or may not happen to involve him or other people in the SNP, that would be one thing he could do if asked a particularly awkward question. But if he was to deny it and completely deny it, and it, the truth was to come out and he'd lied, that could be quite harmful for his career. But also interesting if he was to go, oh, I don't want to talk about that. Well, hold on a minute, your own party are okay to talk about it. So that'd be another interesting development. So if there is any MSPs out there that are no big fans of the First Minister or his party or his government, I'm quite sure there's a few of you that would fill that criteria. But if any of you happen to stumble upon this short video or get sent it by constituents of yours that are concerned, please consider what you could ask Mr. Humza Yusuf about the SNP Covid sexual relationships that broke regulations and indeed were two married people. Thanks very much for tuning in. Remember the thumbs up. See you all again soon.